So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders, wherever you are in the world. mentfx here, and welcome to a brand new video. Our weekly outlook. You know how we do it every single week. We are here to break down the charts and then let you know what happened from the last time. So, in the last video, last week Sunday, I don't have the time of playing back this, so you can see. We talked about going long from this zone, and we were aiming to get this high taken out. Now, I know the high was not taken out at the first attempt. So you can see what later happened. Price went to the top side, convinced a lot of people to change their bias to bearish. Now a lot of people will say, oh, I'm following trend, I'm following trend, I'm following trend. But they will analyze for the week. We are bullish, oh, we are bullish. But at the end of the day, they are busy taking all the bearish sells. Not bad if you know when to get out. Not bad if you know when to get out, okay? So this was EURUSD in a nutshell. EURUSD came down to this demand zone, and then what? Flushed out all the bearish buyers, which was what we were intending. Now you can notice I have not taken any trades here. That's because I was not trading EURUSD, and there was a very good reason for that. It was just because of the broker I was using, the spreads and all of those stuff was very irritating, because I'm usually on the 1 minute to 5 minutes, even sometimes 15 minutes time frame, as I'll show you today. And their spreads just very bad. It's for the my Forex funds. So I was like, oh, what can I do to get this better? Because I care about my risk reward very well. So if I include all the spreads and slippages on my Forex funds, I discovered that my risk reward is not really exactly what I'm calculating. So I decided to just start trading US30, because US30 has no commissions, has the spreads are almost zero pip. The spreads are not really that tangible as compared to other pairs on the on what do they call it, my Forex funds. So I was not on this EURUSD trade. UJ also, I think I took one trade on UJ, but at the end of the day, the major pair I traded this week was US30, and it was fantastic. Okay, the same concepts I teach you guys also apply here, and I'm going to break down UJ. But before we do that, let's also look at our EURUSD. I'm also going to look at UJ. Don't get me wrong, even though I'm only going to be trading US30 for next week, I'm going to be showing you USD, EU, and then UJ. Okay, so this was also a simply looking for. Obviously, there were some bullish plays here. I think I took one of these buys, but I really can't. My brain is fumbled up, guys. I really didn't keep record about this, so I don't want to say what I didn't do. I talked about the buys I took last week, but yeah, those are on EU. And then finally, price started breaking lower. Here I have no confirmation to go bullish. So even if you started selling from here, you should have marked out the major reaccumulation, which was this zone that liquidated other lows and then broke structure to the top side. I can bet you guys, you already know I will mark out that zone. If you have been watching any of my videos, you know I like looking for those zones. It does not mean I place trades directly on the zones this way, although sometimes if I get a higher time frame confirmation, which in this case was not there, I would enter it just like that without stressing myself. Okay, but this time around it was just playing around, dangling around. But at the end of the day, you could see the intention of the market, which was to take out the previous high. Though you guys were bullish, not something surprising to me. Was I like so happy it happened? Not really. I was just like, okay, because I was just picking into EURUSD once in a while. Yeah. So later after that, we got this break, and then it finally came down here. So I was just like, okay, this new zone that formed should hold price. And then I saw exactly what price did during this time. Price just wicked below it and then wicked up. I was like, okay, if price breaks this high that it wicked above, that means the intention of the market was bullish. I instantly took a buy. This was the only buy, I think, is that the only buy here? The only buy I took on EURUSD this week, and then we managed to take out 50% right at this high. And after taking out 50%, I'm just letting this trade run. Believe me, I'm still in this trade, and my stops are at break even now. So if price goes down, I'm out. But if it keeps going high, which is our normal bias, I'll continue taking price higher. Now, what again am I expecting for the week? This was a liquidation, break or structure to the top side. I just want maybe this major zone here on the 15 minutes, EURUSD. Maybe this is what gives us the final push to the top side. And I would love to see aggressive pushes. If EURUSD is really wanting to be bullish, I want to see aggressiveness. Show me you're aggressive, yeah. Show me you're bullish. After a lot of consolidation, I like the high. It's taking this high. I really love it. And at this point, we have broken two highs at the same time. So even if EURUSD does something else, maybe it goes down, even if it comes down to this zone, yeah, I will still be looking for bullishness until price breaks a major structure, because that's only when I can be sure, and I'll beat my chest and come on here and tell you guys that, oh, sell EURUSD. But for now, if I'm telling you to sell EURUSD, I'll just be like, if you're a professional, obviously you can go ahead and do it. But for normal traders that actually just want to see their edge play out, I don't want to deal with a lot of randomness. Just want to follow the trend. Why don't you just stick to buying these markets? And when it's bearish, leave it alone. Okay, leave it alone. Go do something else. Go play football. Go do something. Talk to someone. Just live your life. Obviously, no financial advice. Do what you need to do in this market, and make sure you make your researches before you invest in this market. And yeah, that's in a nutshell. That's just it for EURUSD. But if it decides to take out, obviously it's already taken out a lot of major lows. If I draw this line here, you can see that move alone took out these two lows that were here, and then broke structure to the top side. So if its intention is not bullishness, why is it breaking structure to the top side? Someone should give me the answer to that. If you are bearish on this market, I want you to just tell me why you are selling. And yeah, I'm not saying don't sell, please. I'm not your financial advisor. Some people are still gonna make money selling this week, hundreds of thousands of dollars selling this week. But for us, I was just basically trying to find our edge play out, not in competition with anybody, just executing our edge. We know that this is what we're looking for the week. We are only going to take bullish trades when they set up, and these are more likely to hold when they set up. To be fair, guys, I was scared this week when I was trading US30 because of the amount of wins I got. I was just scared because I was just like, is it every trade I place that's gonna go in profit? No ego coming in. I'm just like, because I was expecting some losses sooner or later. Because yeah, it was just delivering safely. Everything was just nice on US30. But let's come back to EURUSD. So this is the only trade I'm in on EURUSD. If it decides to give me more profits, I'll be happy. I mean, I'm really satisfied with the first profit it gave me. So I'm just gonna let it do whatever it needs to do. If it wants to run this high, obviously you still know our target for EURUSD for the coming week. We just want this market to do this for us. Yep, just do this for the babies. You might also reach down here to this last point to mitigate and go higher. Okay, you must not go from that zone. You might come. That's why I say don't just buy. Don't just. Obviously, this buy I did was because I'm kind of lazy and my strategy does not work on time frames. Yeah, it's not about time frame. If you understand how the market moves, you don't really need to be on 1 minute time frame, 3 minute time frame. I can buy on 15 minutes and go do something else. I can buy on 1 minute and do something else. Yeah, so it's just an edge, and the time frames are just tools showing you what price is doing. It's not really something over special. Okay, so yeah, we might get a reaccumulation this way on EURUSD. I might replay the video where I said this was going long, so you guys can understand that yes, we are right a lot of times. So it's not about being right. Obviously, it's about catching a good trade. Okay, getting a good trade and managing it properly, because you might get a good trade and not milk all the whole success you can get from the trade. So it's about catching a good trade, staying and managing the trade properly, growing your account. That's what trading basically is. It's not about prediction and saying, oh, EURUSD go up, it went up, look, I'm a genius. No, that's not what trading is about. It's just what? Getting good trades. It doesn't matter whether you're buying or selling, but obviously we want to put ourselves in the best position to milk this market. So yeah, if you see an accumulation on EURUSD, you can demo buy it and see what you get. See if you get profit, see if you got a loss, whatever. I'm not advising you to spend your money, just make your research. So beautiful, I've been writing for so long. So for USDJPY, this pair. So for USDJPY, it just played with me, guys. Although I got a good buy the other day, I think I told you guys I'll be in on this. You can see what happened. You can rewatch the video. Obviously, we first of all looked at this stuff here, and I told you guys that if it starts breaking up, I'll be in on the buy, right? Yes, at this time you wouldn't believe I was asleep. Yeah, that was Japanese session. I was asleep during this time, and then price immediately came down this way, and yeah, inside there I got a reaccumulation, or I believe I got a reaccumulation, which I managed to buy the market up from, and we made a little bit of profits on that trade. Yeah, so that was what happened. I think I took a loss here. It's normal, just simple trades. At this point the market was like, I'm like, are you going down? It was like, yes, I'm going down. I took this trade. It was like, yes, I'm going down. Yes, baby, I'm going down. And then no, I'm not. Now I'm not. It took me out of the break even. Obviously I've taken out like 80% of my remaining portions on this trade, and yeah, like 80% was off on this trade when it was like at this zone. So I just, it's still a win, a major win for that matter, because I was aiming for like a 1 to 23. Yes, I don't normally go for high risk reward, but when I see a clear move, I'm like, okay, maybe you're gonna give us that. But when USDJPY broke this high, I was very sure that this guy is not going down. It's not coming to our zone. Why are you forcing it? It's not coming down. It's like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. So this is the zone down here that we drill. We're waiting for price to come down here. We're like, oh, come into our trap. We're gonna hit you. And yeah, he had other plans. The bad boy had other plans. I told you guys I've not sold any market for a long time, but USDJPY has not been giving me good buys. You can see I took a loss here. It has not been giving me good buys, guys. So yeah, I saw this redistribution, which was the break of this high and the breakdown to the downside. Obviously, has been doing it a lot of times. So I was like, okay, maybe we may just get a little bit of sell from this top right here to end this low and get into our demand zone and take a good buy. But it was like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So I was just like, okay, you've given me a nice demand zone that I could buy from. Still, okay, let me just play the video where I told you guys that, oh, USDJPY comes down here, let us buy, just as usual. We normally for each 20k mix, price says otherwise. Oh boy, I just want to go this way. Okay, just listen to it. Let you know that we are still bullish on UJ, and worst case scenario, maybe you get an accumulation down here. I still want to be bullish until price says otherwise. Okay, so you heard it here first on Victor's Radio on Sunday that we were going to be looking for bullish UJ. Was I in on this motherfucker? No. So sad. You can see all this weakness into this zone. The weeks. Why am I looking to buy there? Obviously, you guys can see it changed to a reaccumulation, which was a break of the lows and break of structure to the top side. Leaving our beautiful demand zone here. Clear demand zone there. And yep. Someone might say, why don't you just put a buy? No, I don't just like trading news, guys, and I like to be conservative. Okay, not saying I'm gonna be shitting my pants, but I like to know how I'm risking it when I'm risking it, instead of just, because again, the market can do whatever it wants. Okay, so you're not forcing the market. You just have to be patient and not be egotistic about anything. That's why I might predict a huge move such as this and not be part of it. It happens, and you don't have to be like, oh, I'm no longer a trader because this happens. No, it happens. Yeah, it's just things that are gonna happen, and doesn't mean that's the last good trade you're gonna catch. By God's grace, this week too, we should be seeing good trades. So why the rush? Why the anxiety? I missed the big move, or maybe you took a trade. Your trade, maybe you closed your own at maybe this zone here. You're like, I lost all these profits to the upside. Okay, what of the day you take your profit here and it goes down? That's Forex, guys. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. Take some profits up. Does not mean you should wound yourself, because you know you're also going to take a full loss. So since you're going to take a full loss, why not take a full profit? That's just the way I think. Since you're going to take a full loss, also be ready to take a full profit. Yeah. So now, that's UJ in a nutshell, guys. I'm still bullish on UJ. Okay, I forgot to say that. You know, you guys, you always like me to draw zones. You just want zones to be drawn. This was a break of structure to the downside, right? And then price went above it. So right now, price came back to this demand zone and it's moving away. So maybe price might show you its intention by breaking this high, and then you could take a mitigation to go higher. Remember, I don't just draw out any supply and demand zone, because I understand that supply and demand zones fail they fail so much that they are not trustworthy. So the only time I think I want to put risk on the demand, supply and demand zone, because supply and demand zones have 15% chances of what holding 15%. So it means maybe out of 10 trades, 1.5 will hold. Out of 10 supply and demand zone, 1.5 of them would hold. Not bad if you know how to manage your trades and so on. But if you can be able to associate supply and demand zones with reaccumulations and redistributions, the percentage holding might be up to 80%, 90%, 80% actually. Let me not be too, so somebody does not go and risk his life savings. The percentage of it holding will be a lot higher as compared to what when you just mark out any supply and demand zone. There are too many supply and demand zones here. Somebody else might have marked somewhere up here calling it supply and demand out of no special thing happening in the market, just for the sake of marking of zones. You don't just have to go on your charts and mark every single zone you see. If not, you're just trading support and resistance. As a lot of people are claiming smart money is the best, smart money is this, smart money is that. Yeah, you are basically going back to support and resistance, which is not still bad. I don't like to criticize strategies because I think management is the ultimate thing that keeps a trader together and makes a trader function properly. Now, looking at these guys, yeah, this is what I'm looking for UJ. Or maybe if price decides not to go bullish, it might come down, wait for the reaccumulation. When I say reaccumulation, is it something crazy? No, wait for when this price is bearish, wait for it to shift what bullish this way. Sorry. Wait for it to shift towards bullish this way. That's the reason why we're doing weekly outlook. We don't just do weekly outlook and maybe when price does this, goes down like this, we now draw a huge supply zone and want to sell. That's not how you follow trend. That's not how you follow trend. So just wait for this thing. Wait for this guy to do this guy. Then what? Follow it bullish. Follow it bullish in one day. That's how you're supposed to do it, yeah? Not financial advice, please. So risk what you are willing to lose. Like some people meeting me and saying, "Oh, that trade was nice. Oh, that move was nice." So it's not about the move. Are you in the move? Are you making money from the move? That's really what trading is. Jeffrey Benson, a Nigerian trader, was like, some people know too much that they forget to execute. So when you know too much, the point is that you're not even executing trades. Then what's the use of knowing Forex? You're not executing good trades, but you know everything. You leave the good trades and start chasing the market and trying to force the market to do what you want. That's not the reason of Forex. You just have to flow with it and let it be. So that's it on UJ. I know I've been blabbing for so long. So for the US30, if any of you guys want to follow me to trade this market, it's a very sweet market, guys. I pay 0 commissions. It's like a Nigerian not paying any taxes. So it's just like somebody that does not pay any taxes because I'm not paying commissions to anybody. Nobody is telling me my craziness of spread. Obviously, the market is very volatile, but I like the way it moves, guys. I like the way it moves. So yeah, looking at this market, I'll be marking out zones. We don't just mark random supply and demand zones. I look at the last liquidation here that broke structure. This was the last unmitigated demand zone. Price came down to it to show that this price action actually respects supply and demand and basically smart money or whatever you want to call it. I don't call my strategy any name. I might put smart money in my thumbnail. Does not mean that's what I trade. I just trade my own thing. Okay. So remember that 2020 Corona stuff? This was the huge drop, and you could still see there was still an intention. The market doesn't just move in any random way. There's always an intention. That's why I don't really look at news. I don't look at anything. I know when I obviously try to avoid news when news are about to be released, but I'm not looking at news to be like, oh, because GDP is going 1.20% and it's about to drop from 150%, the president of the functional oil is gonna drop the blah 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 blah. Oh, you're just stressing your brain. After all of that, when you come to the chat, are you clicking buy or sell? That's what everybody's asking you as a trader. What is the criteria for you getting in? Is it because of the quantum change in the oil prices is going to be affecting the euro US dollar and we might be seeing a bearish push to the downside for the next couple of months? Are you just going to enter your trading platform and click sell? No, you're still going to back it up by a technical analysis. That's the only thing that's going to hold it together. If you just go and listen to news, good luck. In the long run, you might just be losing money. That's just the truth of the matter. So yeah, this was also another reaccumulation, which was the break of lows to the top side and break of high to the top side. This is on the daily, guys, and then price came back to the full leg and then pushed to the top side. Now, after pushing to the top side, price obviously broke a lot of highs. I've marked this already, so I don't want to go over it step by step as I normally do. I did it on GJ also. You know how far GJ has gone now, GBP JPY. To be honest, we just keep doing this in every week. Look at GJ, like look at that candle, bro. Anybody eating this JPY pairs is making big money, as in just obviously losing big money too if you don't know how to manage, because it's a bit volatile also. You guys check my video when I was making an outlook on this. One of my subscribers asked me to look at this, and you can see where price has delivered so far. You can also check EURUJPY. I've also talked about these pairs. I'm not trading all these pairs, but sometimes I'm just like, let's keep it educational and so on. You can see this target was taken, so on and so on. Okay, so the trend, this way of looking at trend is the best way if you ask me. Obviously I still like higher highs and higher lows, but looking at liquidations and looking at the reaccumulation zones in the market, whether they've been broken or not, helps me just keep up with what the market is currently doing, and just makes me avoid some crazy scenarios. Yeah, so on this US30 the same thing happened. We had breaks to the top side, which I was explaining before I rudely interrupted myself. We had a break to the top side and I was like, okay, it makes sense. So price broke this top side and then broke down. So a lot of you might have been assuming bearish. It's not bad. I might also have been looking for bearish, and to be honest, it delivered quite seamlessly, quite smoothly. Bearishness, it gave a very good bearish push, but then market started reacting against it. Remember, if it was even bearish, I would still be looking for it maybe to come back into the zone. I didn't really see a very good, okay, there's kind of like a reaccumulation here, so maybe we're looking for it to come down to this zone before we start buying. And there's always the concept of reaccumulation, which is when the price does not need to come back into this zone and starts breaking to the top side. So now that we see that price is already shifting to the top side, it did not just give one break, it gave one break, it gave the second break, and now it's potentially giving the third break to the top side. So, brothers and sisters, I am quite bullish on US30. Yes, I'm quite bullish on what US30, putting my reputation on the line. Obviously, we don't want to be 100% correct. Last week alone, I got a lot of good, sweet bullish plays. Yep, I got some nice bullish plays on US30. And when it started dropping off, remember I was like, we did be bearish, and everything I saw did not allow me to look for any bearish buyers. Okay, so sometimes you just have to be flexible, just so you know, like you have a coconut head. You have to just sometimes be flexible. So when I started seeing this thing, I was like, on Friday I was like, yeah, I've been taking longs, but I didn't really look at what the price was doing. I was not like, wait, all this period, a lot of months, it took price to come down here, and within how many days, 3 days, price has gone high. It's sinking something in your head like, omo, the buyers are in power, forget what the sellers are doing. The sellers are just like, oh, we are not agreeing with you guys. Check it out, look at this. This is about 13 days. Okay, 13 days, 2 hours, 20 minutes. For 13 good days, this price was just what, doing whatever I want. But check this one here. Just see, 4 days, 3 hours, price has already what, gone to the top side. So at the same time giving us reaccumulation models, breaking a lot of lows. See, it took out a lot of lows, and this is what I like, when price has taken out a lot of previous buyers. Because when I'm looking for taking out of lows, I'm looking for where previous buyers, where those OG buyers were holding. It just came down there, scared a lot of them out, took them out, and it's now what, breaking to the top side. So what do you think? What do you think is the most likeliness to happen in this market? It's gonna start dropping bearish. I mean, it's the market, anything can happen. But I would not be looking for bearish trades. Obviously, if a good bearish context comes, and I feel and I just like to take it, I might take it with reduced risk. But where to go aggressive is for bullishness. So maybe it comes into this zone here with this imbalance, or it plays down into all these zones here. So it just depends on what US30 wants to do. It might come down like this, liquidate this one, but at the end of the day, I want to see the bullish push. And sometimes some people are like, when they start seeing push down, they are just scared. You want to jump into a trade. I want to jump. I want to get into a trade right now. Why? Why are you so eager to take a trade? Why don't you just wait, relax? Some weeks I might take 3 trades, 4 trades. And remember, I'm on a smaller time frame. I'm not even on a 15 minutes time frame. I'm like on a 3 minutes, 5 minutes time frame. Sometimes on a 1 minute time frame. But I'm not taking a shitload of trades. I'm even surprised. Some days on US30, I may just have only 2 setups. So sometimes I'm surprised when some people are taking like 50 trades, 45 trades. I wonder where you're getting the setup from. So yeah, obviously your edge can be different from mine. Not financial advice, whatever. So this is what you're looking for on US30. Maybe an accumulation, or maybe price just, even before getting to this down zone here, price just want to just accumulate. I would be in on, I would try to get a trade on this. Yeah, so just this might be the only thing I'm trading for the week. Before I might just be trading this for the week, because on every broker the spreads are almost relatively the same. I don't have to be worrying about my spreads and stuff messing up my risk to reward, because my risk to reward is lit. And then EURUSD, USDJPY on especially on my Forex funds, it's really shit. I'm not gonna lie, it's just shit. So the spreads are crazy, plus slippages and so on. Does not mean that's what's gonna make you unprofitable, but it means that it's gonna affect your bottom line, and the potential of the profits you're gonna make is gonna be highly reduced by all of these factors. So US30, zero spread, zero commissions, just you and your trade. Obviously very volatile, so don't go and try using 1 pip stop, 2 pip stop. You can see my trades are like 17 pip stops. This is like a 30 pip stop. So it's not about using tight stop losses, it's about knowing what you're doing. This is very volatile. Just look at the smallest stop I had here, was like a 19 pip stop, and it was a very tight stop. You can see how fast this market is moving. Bullish candles, sweet to trade. You know if you are wrong or right within seconds, minutes, and you go about your day doing whatever you want to do. Okay, so yeah, your boy Victor is here. I love the love you guys are giving to the video. I think we're managing to get 40 views on the video now, which is crazy. Never happened before, and I love it, guys. Yeah, I appreciate every single one of the 154 subscribers I have. Yeah, so I'm gonna be seeing you guys in the next video. Make sure